best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the Porsche. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form should prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best for me.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Tampa. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the... Out of the end zone, not a good one. First play, first pass for Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Touchdown, Dolphins! Raheem Mostert, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. The Tua going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly, 8-zip. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game, but I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Play action. Now it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And mark him down way up close to the 40 of the 39. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I suppose we go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll dump this one off here to White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing it.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton from 19 yards away. And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. Extra point put through by Sucker. And it's It's now a 28-7 ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On play action, it's Brady. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And now here's another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved?
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On first down, Brady. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Extra point try now for Suckham. And the lead is down to 20. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Tua, the final shot before half. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and inches, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They look...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brady now to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's able to find Miller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on first down is Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
To throw again on second down. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And some room to maneuver. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
On second and goal, Brady. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Brady now on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's go. 6, 7.
From the 36, Tua. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you're...
And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tua going to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner,
he's got a man complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. To throw is Brady. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. Brady will look to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Ready. Snap, red. Ready.
Tua now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in the year. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, Your Honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Cause nobody really cares. Cause nobody really cares. Cause nobody really cares.
Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard enough, the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, allegiance my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping whenever I'm in your town. The Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a pack. Finna guarantee though. Move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that. In the mirror, oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't. Cough drop, tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todos tus raperos favoritos paniqueados, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No hay nadie que pueda conmigo, Dios es mi testigo. I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it like a book.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot.
Convoys. 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Trey Mo, and welcome to Superstar KO. Alright, let's get it in. Wanna play by yourself? Hit 1v1. You and a buddy? Hit 2v2. Or if you really trying to squad up, hit that 3v3, and let's get it poppin'.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I get your and jump in the course. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the dallas, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form should prosper. R&B all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Allen going to go to the air right away. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. To throw, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. That's caught. That's very quickly into nothing. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 35 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw, and he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Allen now on first down. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Allen. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, 71 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, he's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. flag comes in. This might be a free play. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Jair Elam makes the pick. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 24, Allen. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan is to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, your offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it?
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him up back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 50 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, a little risk, a little trickeration on that return, but hey, the payoff, a touchdown.
And because this is the NFL, no band on the field, no trombone guy getting trampled going into the end zone. But how about how they got it done and turned it into a touchdown?
And that's one of those things where if that's a fumble on a lateral, the coach is angry. But if it works and you get in the end zone, it's a pat on the back, right?
It's something you have to do. You got to try and get it done, and make sure you give yourself every chance to find.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Here's Bass now to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. But the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not as...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
About that play, you can easily see coming. Backed up, kind of shouting their own goal line. You know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Allen going to go on 4th down. Going deep for Diggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. I'm speechless. You're back in the shadow of your own goalpost. What? Talk. I don't know.
I was hoping you would keep talking.
First half. I
was hoping that you weren't speechless because I have no explanation for this.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. He He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. A lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 20.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a hero like me. Military mind state and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're gonna be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof, kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. Note the sky needed a voice that finds reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners, we'll be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peep the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politic with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust me. Just to keep the faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back. I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust me. Just to keep the faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back. I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
They can't hold me, coach.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. This complete to David Bell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Watson on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 45 yards. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. On play action, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Watson looks to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Nick Chubb from 10 yards out. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to, oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke, right?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, and he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Chandler Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And this offense, this new offense, would appear they still have a few kinks to work through.
And isn't that to be expected? It's a unit that hasn't played together a real game before. So they definitely got some growing pains, Brandon. And this one, it cost them 2 points.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, it's Watson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 22-yard scamper. And the Browns continue to pull away here this first half. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he...
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Nwanger now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, 63 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this one's going to kick out of bounds right at the 5-yard line. So very fortunate to get that one back.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Watson off play action, escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They'll try and throw for it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, Near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Play fake. Cousins. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Good quickly to Thielen here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Off the play fake, Cousins. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good.
They go play action. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Final play of the half, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nuanger now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A first down throw for Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. possession now. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
That my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Bass drop to leash. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut seeing but on my pockets. Me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. All that they gonna know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you know lie, you know the game. Let's go.
going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in the ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee a lot. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Shabak, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Ushu Benton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm blowing, you ready or not. I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money, ground up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Jackson. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Going up top. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they get in for the opening drive, score, and they go for 2. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Again, it's Stafford. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. In motion left, Robinson. 2nd down and goal. Stafford trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Throwing is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
Oh, the return is Prochet. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Raven first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 58 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
53, ready.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From his own goal line, Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go in the books forces a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens just continue to roll. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3 quarters in the books. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Stafford now to throw.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with a run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17.
It's 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game.
moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
50-50. 32.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them